on the court.
Okay.
And we're live.
Good morning, San Antonio and the surrounding areas. You know who you are. Just in case you forgot.
London, Japan, and Poteet.
Come on now. Come on now. Margaret Sandoval Monday. That's what it is. We're here at Mi Familia at the Rim, as we usually are on a Monday. And I don't know about your weekend, but mine was jam-packed. We got a jam-packed show for you guys this have iron maybe.
So you forgot your hook.
You know what? My wife's got the hook. She's gonna hook me out.
Well, you could decorate a hook, and that would be cute. You could decorate your
bedazzle my pants.
Yes.
Like bedazzle my pants. No, seriously, guys, we have a jam-packed show. We have a mayoral candidate here today. Stay tuned
Very
to find out who
excited about that.
And we're going to bring him on in a little bit here, so don't go anywhere. If you have any questions, make sure to put them in the comments, and we'll go ahead and be sure to read them, and if we can get to them. And again, if we don't get to them, don't send me texts and emails and all that. You didn't read my question. Okay, you hear me? You hear me, Thea? You hear me? I'm letting you know right now. I don't even love you no more. All that stuff. So anyway, guys, I hope you had a wonderful. How was your weekend?
It was great. We celebrated April's birthday.
Okay.
We did a couple of pool days, and then we did Wine 101 in Helotes. So it was fun. We had a good.
Hey, where's the Cornival? Do you know?
I don't know. I've never gone.
I've been wanting to go to that. I'm on this corn kick. I don't know why.
Dude, that's Mexican street corn.
No, seriously.
You can go anywhere for that.
Well, true, yeah. But I mean, I figured it's gonna be all there. Like really all kinds of different
kinds
of corn.
That's supposed to be the theme.
You know, I'm trying to
I've never been. Wait a minute. Have I been?
I've been to it once. I did a Where's Cleto segment there a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
And it was pretty cool. It was pretty neat.
Was it heavy on the corn?
It just seemed like it was a regular fiesta.
Yeah, what I've heard about the Strawberry Festival. I mean, I've been before,
like the Strawberry Festival.
But it's
right. Yes, like the Strawberry Festival.
Spread of very few things. But
I mean, it's like you get one strawberry shortcake. You had one, you're gonna have the same thing, but
true.
It's really good. Anywho, speaking of this weekend, I went to a wedding. My brother-in-law's wedding. Congratulations to Vince and Susie for tying the knot.
Oh,
they tied the knot this weekend in New Braunfels, and I tell you, let me tell you, I must have really been out of shape because I danced a lot. And what I mean a lot
you do put on those dancing shoes for special events.
It was a cowboy theme. So
did you wear cowboy?
I had a cowboy hat, had a little vest, cowboy boots, jeans, the whole nine. And I got a picture. I think we have a picture of us, my wife and I, and we were dancing. And I didn't get out of bed. We got home about midnight. I didn't get out of bed till about 3:00 in the afternoon.
Damn. Did you drink?
No, I did not drink. I didn't drink at all.
You overexerted yourself just dancing.
Just dancing
till 3:00.
Look, they played Tejano, Norteño, Banda, Sanda, Santa, Sclandra. I mean, all the music. They had everything. And I'm dancing to it. And then on top of country. And I'm like, come on now. I was done. I woke, Lene goes, are you going to get out of bed? I'm like.
He's like, you got a fever?
I'm like, yeah. She goes, you're all right. I go, well, yeah.
Did you sprain something last
night? No. I'm like doing my turns. I'm doing everything. And then I got home and I'm like, I'm a little tired. Like I woke up
3 o'clock,
and I didn't realize my body was just so tired. And it finally just caught up with me, I guess. I don't know. I hadn't done anything else. I think I overexerted myself a couple times because I'm going to my cardiac rehab to get my heart back.
Okay.
And I'm like, they said dancing and moving is good.
How about like walking? Because I know you tried that once, last year. Walking. You had tried that last year. Remember?
Walking, yeah. I tried walking.
That didn't go
did you ever try this thing called movement? Yes, I can. So I was like, I walk.
That old thing you do to get around.
Move around. I was dancing, and I didn't realize la cumbias are still a little rough for me.
Yeah, I don't know how
You
to do all
know,
that.
the cumbia is a little rough for me.
I'm not a big, strong dancer, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
Anyhow, so we were talking about, I was talking to your mom actually a little while ago about Shador Sanders and the whole Deion Sanders thing.
I don't know what happened, but I was walking through places and I kept hearing like comments about the draft.
He was supposed to get like picked in the first round. I mean, he was really, everybody had him going in the first round, early, middle, and at the end. But when he didn't go till like the first night, he didn't go. So he's like, oh wow, he's gonna be in the second round.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Shador Sanders. Yeah, Deion Sanders' son.
Oh, okay.
And he was a
well, maybe it was strategic because they wanted him to be picked closer to Deion.
Well, see, now they're trying to say it's a little political to where like a lot of the people didn't appreciate, his dad coming on saying he didn't want him to go to Cleveland, and he didn't want him to go here, and he didn't want to go there. He wanted him to go to a great organization. Well, it turns out the guys that picked him are the one where he didn't want to go, which was Cleveland. And
he didn't want to go. He vocally said that.
Well, his dad said it. His dad's the one who was doing most of the talking for him. But at the same time,
I understand. He's
and
really
here's
cocky,
the deal,
right?
Well,
Deion.
Deion's he was good. He was really good.
But when he became
but he's
coach,
confident. He's very confident.
And cocky.
Yeah, cocky. Whatever you want to call it. It depends on what you. I mean, it's like whatever.
Well, but I remember when he first became a coach. Okay, we'll defend him all you want. But, but I remember when he first became a coach, he was making a lot of promises.
Well, he's the reason I watched.
But was he actually delivering on his?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and here's the deal with his son. His son, they started out, and I think they were like 2-9, and then the next year was like, 4-5 or something like that, and then he had process. I mean, he was going through the process, and he was excelling, and he was on the incline, and he threw for I think 4,000 yards or something like that. I mean, he was really good, and he could move the ball, and he could run, and he was good. I say he's really good. So I'm kind of like rooting for this kid. I've been rooting for him. He's the only reason I tuned into the draft, to find out where he was going to go.
Okay.
I knew where his buddy was going to go.
Right? And he's like,
oh man, yeah.
A lot of people don't know who they are until they emerge from the draft. But this guy, obviously, his dad's been singing his praises for a while.
Yeah, and then he's going to, of course, it's his kid, and he wants the best for him.
But maybe they're going to trade him behind the scenes.
Wow,
that happens, right?
Well, I mean, they would have. I don't know who they're going to trade him to, because they would have picked him by now. You know what I'm saying? And
so they're going to pair them like two people for one.
Maybe.
Right? That happens.
It can. So, anywho, but we like I said, we got a jam-packed show. I wanted to just touch a little bit on that. And we want to bring on our special guest, our first guest. He is a mayoral candidate. He's been, doing really well out there and out and about. And he is here somewhere.
He's right over there.
Right over there. Okay, we want to go ahead and bring on Beto Altamirano. Is that it?
Altamirano.
Okay, sorry.
Altamirano. My goodness, Cleto.
I'm over here trying to find out, okay, where you're pointing. I'm like, okay. And then I sorry, I apologize.
It's all good.
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm excited to be here with you all. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm very excited that you're here today.
Yeah. She's been waiting for you.
I have been waiting
get
for
here.
Well, I'm excited, and I just had cafecito with Gabe and Valerie. I'm feeling really good. Good stuff. You have a good team here.
I do. I've been blessed. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. This one, you see what I'm working with. I mean, it's like
it's a snow Monday for him.
So, my first question is to you is like the one I've been asking all the other mayoral candidates is, what made you want to go ahead and put your name in the hat?
Yeah, look, there's 27 candidates,
I know,
right?
500 of them.
I got Does anybody drop off?
Yeah, so you have a runoff, right? Mm-hmm. And the top 2 vote getters move on to the runoff, right? So it's going to be easier for the community to decide who they want to vote for. But right now, I know there's so many candidates. But I'll say this, right? I'm running because I believe in San Antonio, and I believe in the potential of every San Antonian, the values and the power that every San Antonian has. And in addition to that, there's a rich heritage, culture, and identity that we have in this city.
Yes.
That we must protect, that we must celebrate as the city grows. Because the city is growing. But by the next 25 years, you're looking at 8.5 million people between San Antonio and Austin.
Yeah.
So the question is not whether we're going to grow, is how do we prepare for that growth, right?
Yeah.
Issues like infrastructure, economic opportunity, public safety, but most importantly, taking care of our culture, taking care of our San Antonians, right? And I built my company from scratch here at Cleto. I started with 3 people, my co-founders and I, and today we're close to 100 team members. This city has given me so much. But Margaret, I chose San Antonio. I chose San Antonio over a decade ago to start my company, my family, and build community. And I want to give back to San Antonio, right? And that's why I'm running Cleto. I'm passionate about the city. I have the energy. I'm young, right? And I want to give my youth to public service in San Antonio. And I think we can shape a better future for San Antonio. What do you think?
I appreciate that.
I do love the youth side now, you know, and so I have a quick question for you because
please.
I did prepare for
You
you.
got a whole script.
Look at this, okay?
Good.
So because you mentioned your past, right?
Yeah.
As CEO of a tech company, how has your experience in the private sector prepared you for the role of mayor, and how would you manage potential conflicts of interest?
Yeah. So look, as a CEO, as an entrepreneur, you have the experience of making payroll, which is not easy. And I know a lot of small business owners watching us. You know what it takes, right? Building the right teams, pursuing the right projects, making sacrifices. That's not easy. That builds a lot of character and personality in you. But you've done it.
Oh, yeah.
You built your own small business. You know what I'm talking about.
I started with 1 employee. It's my wife right over there. Look where we're at now. We got 7.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And out of the 7, 3 of them like me.
I'm not one of them, by the way.
No, but that's how it goes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you build community, you build your enterprise, you dictate vision, and I think that's what we need at City Hall right now. My background is a combination of private sector and public sector leadership. So when I started my technology company, we developed the 311 San Antonio mobile platform that has allowed thousands.
You guys developed that.
With Iris,
what an accomplishment! Who would even know who developed that?
Yeah.
Like,
so imagine you see a pothole, you report it through my platform.
Yes.
So we've facilitated over 900,000 requests. So yes, my background is in business, but it's also finding solutions for government, right? We scale that to now being a cybersecurity firm. But before that, I went to UT Austin to get my degree in political science. I went to the Harvard Kennedy School to get my master's in public administration. And I spent time working in the Texas House of Representatives for Joe Farias, Gabe's father, the U.S. Senate, and the White House. And then I spent 2 years working at the Alamo area MPO here in San Antonio, dealing with transportation policy. So my background is a combination of both public
Very
sector
diverse,
and private sector. Now, to your question about the conflict of interest in terms of doing business with the city. So that product is no longer with the company, with Iris. That product is now housed in a nonprofit that I founded, that I resigned from the board when I announced that I was running for mayor, to make it very clear. And now that product is being built by interns, by young people in San Antonio, especially from the west side and south side of San Antonio, so that they can have a leg up in this economy, so that they can learn how to code and learn about STEM education. And so now we've helped about 30 fellows go through that program, which is called Better Futures Institute. I'm very proud of that outcome, right? So there's no longer any conflict of interest. In the contrary, right? My company is separated from doing any business with the city, and now I'm prioritizing running for mayor.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say real quick, speaking of business, you know, the one question I've been asking all the candidates is, what's your stance on Project Marvel?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Because we're looking at downtown. How are we going to? I mean, I want to hear what your viewpoint is.
Yeah, no, that's a great question, Cleto, and I get that question all the time. So here's the thing, right? San Antonio's growing, right? And when you look at downtown San Antonio went from being a business-oriented district to a tourism-oriented district. I get excited about the potential of downtown. How can we harness the potential of downtown? I think Project Marvel represents an opportunity for that. I mean, we saw Final Four, and that was exciting. We had people from all over the world visit San Antonio, learn about our culture, our heritage, our identity, and celebrate it. And that's something delicious, right?
Yeah.
You know, as mi familia, as the food, everything is a delicious experience, right? But here's the thing. We got to be also conscious about our spending. We got to be conscious about our infrastructure development process in San Antonio. Construction takes a long time in San Antonio. You know what I'm talking about,
yes,
right?
Absolutely.
And also, I don't want to spend taxpayer dollars on this project. So there's 5 things that I want to see. 5 things. Number 1, I want to take it to the voters.
Okay.
Number 2, I want to make sure that we go out there and we do public involvement exercises where we inform the community of San Antonio about this project and get feedback from the community of San Antonio.
I like that.
Also, I don't want to use general funds for this project. I'm open to the idea of TIRZ, which is tax increment reinvestment zone dollars, just in downtown San Antonio, but the use of no general funds for this project. Number 4, I want to make sure that the private sector comes in. If they do believe in this project, they should invest in this project and make sure that we use dollars from the private sector, that they invest in this project. And finally, right, I want to make sure that we revisit the conversations about what happened in the east side of San Antonio with the Frost Center and the economic impact of the east side of San Antonio. We need to revisit those conversations, right, and make sure that we have a plan moving forward for the Frost Center and the surrounding neighborhoods that are going to be impacted if the Spurs move to downtown San Antonio. I will also add that if this project moves forward, I want to see small businesses from San Antonio take advantage of those opportunities and contracts with the city in this project, like food vendors, for example, media vendors, construction companies, all locally owned, that get benefited by this project so that we can empower our economy of San Antonio. So I said 5, it's actually 6.
I like that, because what I was hearing right there, if y'all got what he said what we need for downtown Project Marvel is sponsors, like a quinceañera. We need sponsors.
No, but I do like what you said about local business owners and local businesses, because that was one of my questions. You know, we incentivize big companies to come in, and how do we support the local mom and pop restaurants and stuff?
We have to. I mean, I would love to see companies like Mi Familia, right? I mean, selling food at downtown San Antonio's Project Marvel, right? I mean, that's what I'm talking about, right? Incentivizing locally owned businesses to benefit from this project, right? And let's not forget, right, that the future of downtown is not going to be dependent on how many skyscrapers go up. It's going to be dependent on how healthy the neighborhoods in proximity to downtown are doing. So we also need to prioritize those neighborhoods, making sure that construction does not interrupt the flow and the quality of life of the neighborhoods in surrounding Project Marvel.
Exactly, because my parents specifically live in Lavaca. So they're always affected by the events that happen at the Alamo Dome. And
I thought they lived downtown.
That is downtown.
Oh, I thought the city Lavaca.
Oh, no, Lavaca is a district.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's really downtown.
Oh, okay.
So
I never heard of that.
It's in
a famous one.
Is it like Southtown?
Yes, it's in South.
Okay.
It's next
Southtown and downtown, right? I mean, it's a
Gotcha.
very popular neighborhood, by the way. Beautiful neighborhood too. Yeah.
Yes,
nice
yes,
I
absolutely.
gotta remember that.
Okay,
Lavaca.
so I guess my question is this, because Project Marvel is continuously brought up. However, as a big city, we have issues already. How do you balance, promoting these new projects as well as like the crime that you've mentioned? I watched a lot of your videos, by the way. You mentioned crime. You mentioned involving tech, a lot of tech for the people. And I was not aware that many people live without internet access.
Yeah, it's a big percentage. Yeah. So look, I think it's a balancing act, right? But I launched this policy platform called Plan 2.0, and it's people powered. So when I announced my candidacy, Cleto, I went on a listening tour across the city of San Antonio for about 4 or 5 months. I visited the south side, east side, west side, downtown, northwest, northeast, and I heard directly from people. I knew that I didn't have all the answers, and no candidate has all the answers. We have to go to the people, and we have to listen. That's what a good leader does. And I heard issues like childcare, after-school care, crime, the construction, the never-ending construction, sustainability, right? How it keeps getting hotter each year, right, in San Antonio. I heard about small business support, how some small businesses are closing. I heard about the senior care, senior community members needing care in San Antonio, health being a big issue, animal care services. We put together this policy platform involving all these issues, focusing on 3 big umbrellas: infrastructure, economic opportunity, and public safety. And I recommend anyone who's watching to go to plan210.com so you can learn more about my platform. And I'm prioritizing the issues that I heard directly from the community, right? One of the things that I really want to do, right, is make sure that our workforce is competitive in the 21st century. You're talking about access to the internet and digital connectivity. There's one thing that is happening in San Antonio. We have emerging trends in our economy. Think about cybersecurity, advanced manufacturing, bioscience, aerospace, but we haven't fully tapped into those emerging trends. And they represent a huge opportunity for our youth in San Antonio. So what I want to make sure is that we connect the dots between UTSA, Alamo colleges, and independent school districts, public schools in San Antonio, so that we can start training our juniors and seniors in high school for those jobs. They don't require you to have a 4-year degree program.
I like that.
It can be a 2-year degree program. It can be a 1-year certification. And I know this because I employ those people with my cybersecurity company. Starting salary about $70,000. We need more good paying jobs in San Antonio. But that's what I'm talking about, right? And I see us moving ahead in that direction, tapping into our strengths in our economy. In the next 5 years, you're looking about 100,000 jobs just in cybersecurity alone in San Antonio.
Wow.
The problem, we don't have the workforce. So we have to make sure that we start training for that workforce. And I also want to bring back the trades: plumbing, electrical work, HVAC. My dad is an HVAC technician. He always had a job, right? And we have to make sure that we brand those jobs as good jobs so that our youth looks into it, right? And are not discouraged by the fact that they're going into those fields, because we've done a really bad job in advertising those trade jobs in San Antonio. We have to make sure that we advertise them in the good way so that young people get excited about them. So those are the issues that I'm really focusing on, right? I'm focusing on the modern economy, but making sure that we take care of the basics.
I have a question, and this is one I brought to the other question I brought to other candidates. You know, I tour all over the country doing stand-up, and I've noticed the homeless problem in a lot of cities like Seattle and LA and all that. San Antonio is up there. What is your plan to go ahead and clean up our city?
Look, I would say this. When you look at other cities like Austin, for example, San Antonio is doing better. That doesn't mean that we should not stop working. We have to work extra harder. And what I want to do, right, is make sure that we look at innovative ways to take care of the homeless situation in San Antonio. There's a concept called low barrier housing. San Ministries is an organization focused on low barrier housing to get people off the streets, right? Rehab, and make sure that they get a job or go into the market, right? There's 3 areas when I think about homelessness. You have the concept of mental health and addiction. You have the concept of financial resources, which, by the way, in San Antonio, about 51% of San Antonians are 1 paycheck away from being homeless. And this is data from San Ministries. And the last point is a social home. A social home means family members, friends. The day of tomorrow, Margaret, if something happens to you, you know that you have family members or friends that are going to take care of you, right? That's not the case for everyone in San Antonio. Some people live lonely lives, and that's a challenge, right? Because then they don't have a safety net. So what low barrier housing does, it helps with addiction and recovery, but it also helps people be treated with mental health services and provides a community, a social home. And so I want to see more low barrier housing in San Antonio. And when we talk about low barrier housing, we cannot not ignore the issue of affordable housing in San Antonio. As the city grows and we become a city of almost 4 million people in the next 25 years, my concern is housing, making sure that people, young families, or senior members in our community have a leg up in this economy by affording a place to live in.
Absolutely.
And today, affordable housing has become a very complicated issue in San Antonio because people don't want affordable housing projects in certain parts of town.
Correct.
But the city council and the mayor have to be responsible in dictating a vision, educating the community, and leveraging the bullet pulpit to tell a story about why affordable housing can impact our economy and the future of our workforce as well. We're trending to be an older demographic in San Antonio in the next 25 years. one of my narratives for this campaign is choosing San Antonio first. Just like I chose San Antonio over 10 years ago, I want our children and grandchildren to choose San Antonio. But the challenge is that we need to retain talent, young people in San Antonio. Otherwise, this older demographic is going to feel the impacts of not having young people in San Antonio in the next 25 years. And that's going to be felt in your pocket, right? The economy. So affordable housing plays a role in this, in making sure that young families have a leg up in this economy.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I have to say, I love the emphasis on technology and educating the youth about that, because it's an intimidating topic.
It is.
I mean, they go on their phones and they're playing with apps, but to actually understand it and to be able to have a career in it is something that I think that we do definitely need, because when you think tech, you think Austin, right? You don't think San Antonio. So let's change that narrative.
We have to become more competitive, right? And I think that's what I offer as a mayor, as someone that knows the technology space. We need to bring more investment to San Antonio, more opportunity, and we shouldn't play second place to anyone. We have so many strengths.
I like what you just said there.
We have so many strengths.
I like that.
We have so much talent in San Antonio. Lo podemos hacer, pero tenemos que colaborar como una comunidad. Tenemos que creer en nosotros mismos y no darnos por vencidos o pretender que no podemos lograrlo. Como una ciudad tenemos todo el potencial y es algo que tenemos que celebrar.
Yeah, you lost me a little bit. You were going so good. So good. Yeah, okay. No, I'm just kidding. Let me ask you really quick. Do we have any questions for him? Okay, let's go ahead and see.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me skip to the questions.
Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely, Cleto. Yeah, it's my pleasure, man.
One of our viewers, Eric Velasquez, asked, "Good morning, everyone. Hey, Beto, what would you do to help the city stay grounded with everything focused on fixing roads and infrastructure rather than grand projects like Project Marble?" Sorry.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, Eric, right?
Eric, yes.
Eric, construction for me is a big issue. It impacts our economy. Yeah,
hold on, Beto, real quick.
Yeah.
My wife, I heard this whole construction thing. If you fix that, my brother, let me tell you right now, you'll have my vote, because this lady went off on me, Saturday. You can't help me. You can't drive with one eye. I'm like, oh my God, how's 35 my problem?
But you can't, wait a minute.
It is your problem. What are you talking about?
Oh my God.
But you can't not.
Whoever fixes that road, oh my God.
Right? You can't. Like, everybody's gone to Austin where there's no construction, but it's tight.
Well, if you're going to Austin, don't go 35. I'll tell you that.
It's temporary. It's temporary. Yes, it takes a long time. But go ahead and finish.
Look, I mean, it's growing pains, but that doesn't mean that we can do.
Tell them overtime. Let's go. Come on.
Look, I mean, that's the
they try to do it at night.
But
well, let's work during the day, because
we have so many projects going on right now, and these are part of growing pains, and it happens in every major city. That doesn't mean that we should not do better, right? And so I'm calling for the creation, Eric, of a construction czar, someone that can be the glue between SOS, CPS, public works, and the private sector and the neighborhoods,
right?
So that we can push the ball forward. We have about 182 projects from the 2022 bond. We've completed less than 15% of them.
Oh, wow.
So construction is really going to impact us in the next 5 years, which is okay. Again, it's part of the growing pains of San Antonio, but we got to get it right. You know, and I understand the bureaucracy and the challenges from within the city of San Antonio. San Antonio is a very complex city, and the city government, you know, is trying to take care of everything at once. But I'll share this. When I implemented the 311 San Antonio mobile platform, we faced some delays. It took us longer than expected, and that's because of the bureaucracy inside of the city, which is a major organization. Of course, you're going to have bureaucracy, but we adapted to those pains, right? And we were able to complete the project finally on time. My point is this, is that we can do better. There can be better processes internally, and we can make sure that we complete our projects on time. But we need more accountability. And as mayor, what I want to do is put pressure on city admin, collaborate, work shoulder to shoulder with city admin to make sure that we complete our projects on time. Otherwise, we're not going to be a world-class city.
Right.
And we got to make sure that we are, because if we want to retain talent, we want to welcome those businesses to San Antonio and that investment to San Antonio. We got to make sure that we are a world-class city.
Yep.
And we do have the potential. And I do believe in San Antonio, but we got to get it done.
Well, I tell you, Saturday night, I almost called 311, 911, 611, all the ones. Because I almost called 444.
Okay. I love this question because I used to volunteer for CASA.
Yeah.
Okay. So this question comes from D. Hernandez. She says, "Hello, Beto. What are your plans and goals when it comes to child abuse and the rise of cases in San Antonio?"
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a sad reality that in San Antonio this happens, and it happens in many cities.
Absolutely.
We got to make sure that we address that head on. There's no room for child abuse in San Antonio, and I think the mayor has to leverage their platform to make sure that we raise awareness about this issue, and make sure that we work with organizations in San Antonio and we talk publicly about what this represents. And you cannot shy away from having the conversation publicly. And that means leveraging every media outlet. That means telling a story about what child abuse looks like in San Antonio, and tackling the issue head on, and working with our public safety organizations as well to make sure that no child is abused in San Antonio.
And I don't know if this is correct or not, but my daughter texted me yesterday, and she said that the current administration just cut funding for CASA, the program CASA. Is that true? Do you know?
So I need to look into it. What I do know is that the city of San Antonio is going to get about a 10% reduction in funding, right? It's going to get slashed by the federal government. So you're looking at almost $320 million.
And that's just for this topic or overall
No,
for
overall,
everything?
for the city of San Antonio. So I know that funding is going to be challenging in the next few years. So we got to make sure, right, that the next mayor is creative, resilient, and really looks at the outcomes to make sure that we fund the right projects and the right programs. That's why I struggle with the idea of Project Marvel, for example, when you have so many other things that we need to take care of, right? And that's why I urge the private sector to step up and really fund that, because we got to fund other things that are impacting our quality of life in San Antonio, like child abuse.
It's like tackle the problems, and then we move forward with these great plans.
Yeah, get to the core.
Okay, Eric Velasquez also followed up, and he says, "And Beto, it's been a while since we've talked, but it's Eric Velasquez from Alamo City Agenda."
Yeah, hey, Eric. It's good to see you, man.
Okay, he says,
it's been a while.
He also asks, "Do you have any business entities that are tied to the city? And if so, will you cut ties with them so there are
I think he answered that one
there's
already.
no nepotism?"
Yeah. I answered that already, Eric, but I'll reply again to that question. So the City 311 platform that my company developed now is housed in a nonprofit, which I have no tie to, right? That is called Better Futures Institute, that is helping young people learn about STEM and coding by interning with paid internships and modifying and helping the 311 app. I'm no longer part of that, so there's no ties between me and the 311 platform. But I'm very proud of the work that we did with the 311 San Antonio platform. And, it was the first contract that my company won when we were just 3 people in my company.
Wow.
And we didn't have a salary and we were bootstrapping. And so I'm thankful for this city.
It's like my company. We don't have a salary either.
Well, I've utilized 311, and it's a great service. It's a great program. I mean, I love that it's available, right? And I didn't realize how many things you can use 311 for.
Yeah.
And so I went online.
Permits, I mean, so many things, reporting roaming or stray animals. I mean, parks as well. So it's a very complete product. Very proud of that outcome and what it has represented for San Antonians. But yeah, Eric, no longer connected to that, but I'm very excited about the future of that product.
Beto, I know you got a tight schedule, but let everybody know, let all our viewers know, what is it that you want them to know?
Yeah.
As we go ahead and close this out.
Absolutely. Look, I mean, I'm a son of immigrants. I'm a South Texan. My father was deported when I was 17, and that led me to a career in policy, learning how laws impact our everyday lives. Went on to study government at UT, got my master's in public administration from Harvard, worked in government for almost 7-8 years before starting my company, addressing issues in connecting people in government. When I announced my candidacy, I did so because I believe in this city. And I'm excited about the potential of what this city represents. My vision for San Antonio is taking care of those immediate needs, the broken streets, the safe neighborhoods, but it's also building a future grounded on economic opportunity, inclusivity, and innovation. We have the talent, we have the strengths, we have the culture and identity. We got to get it done, San Antonio. And so I'm very excited to be on this campaign trail. Whatever the outcome is, very proud of what my campaign has achieved over the last 10 months. We met people from all over the city. We heard about their aspirations, their needs, their challenges, but also heard about the opportunities people see in San Antonio. And there's a great story to be told about what this city represents. The confluence of ethnicities, of cultures coming together to drive this city forward and South Texas forward. So I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the opportunity to campaign and tell the story of San Antonio and tell my vision to San Antonio. And I hope that I can earn your support in this election.
It's this Saturday's voting day, right?
Yeah.
But you can still early vote 3 more days,
okay.
right?
Today and tomorrow.
Oh, just today and tomorrow.
No lines. It's the best time to go out and vote. And then election day is May 3rd.
Now, I told this to all the candidates before, and I'll tell you as well. You know, anybody that has their hat in this race is a winner in my book, because you guys are willing to make San Antonio better. And I just want to say thank you so much again for taking the time to come down here. It means a lot to us,
Margaret,
to our viewers.
Thank you very much.
Our viewers, believe it or not, well, they need some help. I'm gonna be honest. They are the gente right there. This is this is the puro show right here.
Claro.
It's like they're looking at it and they're like, yeah, you know. And then as they're eating their macaroni and cheese right now.
Well, you know, and I'm ashamed to admit that I've never actually voted in the mayoral candidacy, and I think I'm not alone. Right.
Yes,
I think
a lot of people,
right. And a lot of people do not see the importance in everyday life. Like, really, I don't realize how much it affects the city who's in charge, but it really, really does.
It does.
This whole run that we've been doing with the mayoral candidates has really got me locked in. I follow more of the national, but I've realized that the local is where it starts.
It's where it happens.
It's where it happens. And, you know, I just have to ask really quick, Mari. She's our producer. Did you like what you heard today? Because she came in, I don't even know what he's gonna say, and I want So you like what you heard? Yeah. Okay. All right. Good.
Thank you.
Beto, everybody, make sure to go and vote for him.
Thank you again.
Early voting started, and he's gonna be here. Get your vote out there by Saturday. This is the last week. I bet you're happy. It's almost.
Su voz y es su voto.
There you go.
Gracias, Thank you.
If you don't know what that means, it means the cheesecake's on sale. That's awesome. That's cool. But guys, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll cover back. We'll talk a little bit about that when we come back. Don't go anywhere. Yeah.
Feeling a little lost? That's okay. At Alamo Teas, our friendly team's here to guide you from the start. This is where the magic happens, with our high-tech embroidery machines and one confused man wondering what button not to push. From polos to hats, we do it all. We run out of a 35,000 square foot facility right here in San Antonio with automatic screen printing machines built to handle large orders fast. Our crew prints, cures, and quality checks every shirt by hand. He jumped in to help, but I think mostly it was to feel included. And it's not just apparel. We've got thousands of promotional items, from cups, gloves, and even a WWE-style belt. We're thinking of giving one to Cleto for undefeated punchlines.
Do you have this in a small?
At Alamo Teas, we're local, experienced, and a little goofy, but serious about your brand. Let's create something worth wearing. Alamo Teas, custom apparel, real people, big results.
It's that time of year again. Time to review, enroll, and ask questions about your health insurance. AHIA is here to help you navigate all your options stress-free.
Look, I'm no insurance expert, But I do know one thing. If you're calling your cousin Chewy for insurance advice, you're doing it all wrong.
AHIA is dedicated to serving San Antonio with personalized care. Contact them. Local service, real people, trusted expertise.
It's about family.
And we're back.
And we're back, everybody. I mean, that was
a
fantastic
great interview. Wow.
I mean, you know, it's like you can, with all the candidates, you could feel the passion and the dedication and the eagerness to get busy and get started. So
Yeah.
it is going to be tough.
Clearly, it's not an easy task.
No,
It
no.
is a real serious job.
I thought at one time running for mayor. At one time,
Did you?
I was at a few talking crazy.
You were hitting
I'm like,
potholes. You're like, I gotta
"Yeah."
do something about this.
No, you know what? Saturday, when my wife was going off on me, I was like, I want to be mayor so bad. I'll fix these roads in 10 days. I kid you not. I kid you
Or
not.
just vote for the one who said they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
That might be easier.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, you know, did you like what you heard?
I did.
Yeah, I did
Well,
too.
I've been researching before the candidates come on, and I do have a little bit of an opinion right before they come on, but and of course some of the other candidates as well. But you know, I think that he said similar things to the woman that was on before, the
Mhm.
doctor, right,
Mhm.
Dr. Anna, and so I mean, I like.
Yeah, and it's like
I'm a fan.
it comes down to there's so many different ways you can go. Like, well, I like these two said the same thing, but well, she's a female, I'm a female, or
Yes,
I'm a male, and
absolutely.
so there's a lot of things. Like people are like,
Or
oh,
she's a female. Can she actually
Yeah.
do it?
you know, and it's like there's so many different angles you can play.
And preferences, personal
yeah.
preferences, right?
Really,
And as well as, you know, it's just a lot. There's a lot going on, but it is important to
he
get out
wasn't
there and
lacking
vote.
he was not lacking confidence. I can tell you
Not
that.
at all.
Not at all.
And I do like the youth side of it,
I did too. Yeah.
you know, and I do like that there's.
I mean,
you know,
Bethel's what? He's like 21?
he's 22.
22.
Yeah.
Oh, to be 22 again, let me tell you.
Legal. He's barely legal.
Oh, to be 22, let
Okay.
me tell you.
Okay. Oh.
Let's do roll call.
Oh my gosh, it's 11:15.
All right, let's do roll call.
Hold on a second.
You've kind of already been addressing.
Oh, we did?
Just bringing Roxy.
All right, let's bring Roxy in.
Where is she?
All right, Roxy Chung.
Roxy!
is
Okay, wait. This is the Fiesta Queen, guys.
Fiesta.
Get in here.
Yes, no.
This is the.
No, if
listen,
Michael Quintanilla is Mr. Fiesta, this is Miss
if
Fiesta.
there is ever a picture on the news, on the
Yes.
Express, this woman's smile.
With the words wanted under it?
I think
This
they chase her down. Like they see her
Yes.
smiling, and then they're like, "Get her, get back here."
One of
get
my
in the picture."
favorite people on this planet, next to Margaret. She is phenomenal. But without further ado, please welcome my good friend Roxy Chung.
I gotta match her. I gotta match her spot.
Come on in here, Roxy.
Check
How are you doing?
Look at
How are
this
you?
woman. Oh my God, I love you so much.
I was pretty accurate when I said Miss Fiesta.
Absolutely.
No, and I say Miss
Okay,
Fiesta, but
I
I
can't.
should say
Let me see.
Miss Anything, because when it comes down to
True.
themes,
True.
this lady.
Theme queen.
Look, if there was, you know, when schools say, "Hey, we're gonna have like a theme party, and it's gonna be like, let's just say '80s." Oh, this girl comes straight '80s. We had a costume party for Halloween. Remember, at costume party, and I was like Prince. I was chubby Prince, and my wife was like Vanity. No, Apollonia. Apollonia. And this one walks in. Everybody's like, you know, the Pac-Man and all that. She comes in, blows everyone away. You know what she was? She was the shower from the Karate Kid.
Oh my God, that's
Yes.
awesome.
She had the shower. And then just from like the
Big or
Karate
go
Kid.
home, right?
It was the go big or
Okay,
go home.
so what have you been up to? How have you been celebrating Fiesta?
Fiesta Day 5. Super excited. I think
She knows the
No.
number.
We're gonna be rocking and rolling.
So are you actually on like today's your day, everyday activities?
every day, all 11 days. I
Oh, let me
have
ask you, when's Carnival?
Carnival. That's
Okay,
good.
maybe not. All right. Buddy. I guess it's not a fiesta function.
I was like, oh, I've never been. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so started off with Fiesta on Thursday, kickoff, and then did Oyster Bake on Friday. Then went back to Oyster Bake on Saturday. Then, yesterday we did Taste of New Orleans, and then we went out to the Deco
That's my
Festival.
favorite one.
Yes, by far. People ask what's my favorite event, and then my favorite food. And favorite food, by far, I think I will take that to my grave. Taste of New Orleans, best food.
Absolutely.
Hands down.
I love being the celebrity judge for that. Oh, I loved it. I miss it. Banana Foster at 3:00 in the afternoon. Talk to daddy. Talk to daddy.
Yes. So did that. And then last night we took our chairs out to set them up for the River Parade.
That's right.
My gosh, already?
Yeah.
Wait, when is the River Parade?
Tonight.
It's tonight.
Yes.
Are you doing Nyosa tomorrow?
I do it on 4 days. What are you talking about?
Good, because I'll be there on Wednesday and on Friday.
That's
so
our
I'll see.
adult night. So the kids are invited on Wednesday.
I think we were trying to go tomorrow, I think. I'm not too sure.
I heard that you were saying that, but I was like,
yeah, I wasn't too sure we're going to do Tuesday
but
or Wednesday.
I'm so excited. We have got to see you out there.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun. And then, I have events planned for the whole week, all 11 days.
And the only way you can get this done is by taking vacation, right? From work.
Yeah. Friday, I don't take vacation on Friday just because Oyster Bake doesn't even open up until 5 o'clock. And usually, we're that's the time, we're getting out. So, but I'll tell you, that day, I was just like, why don't I just take this day off? Because I could be at the market. I could be doing all sorts of stuff. And, yes, it was a little difficult to.
What is it about Fiesta that gets you all geeked up and ready to go?
I grew up on. I don't know any different. I don't know any different. You make fun of those kids. Well, maybe we shouldn't make fun of them, but we poke fun at those girls that are like walking in strollers.
Right.
I was that kid. I was that kid, so I don't know any different.
She's that baby in the Market Square, Mama.
So being so excited about these special events, because if you know Roxy, she's participating in everything.
Yes.
Pub runs,
yes.
St. Patrick's Day, and full theme. You have a sweet husband that just
Craig.
does everything.
No,
he is such a trooper.
Them two
You're
together.
like, how boring would life be without me, Craig?
Exactly.
Them two together are a dynamic duo. They really are.
Yeah.
Because I was it Halloween y'all won for Coming to America?
Yeah, we were coming to America.
Coming to America, they won a contest. They were like the.
It was Akeem. I was the.
And I'll tell you
anything you like.
So I went with Grace to a concert, and she's like, Roxy's here somewhere. Oh, that's her down there with the green flashing lights. And I'm like, spot her in a big stadium. Like, there, that's her. Yeah.
Yes. So, remember I told you I went on the New Kids on the Block show? It was with her.
Yeah.
Oh.
When Lynette won the tickets, Lynette goes, do you know these guys? I go, babe, the New Kids on the Block? Yeah, I know. Just, I go, I know In Vogue. And it was In Vogue, right? And then Rick Astley.
Yeah.
And
was this the same day?
Salt and Pepper.
You guys went and then we went and we saw you? I think so. Because Rick Ashley sang the same song at every intermission or break.
Yes.
Okay.
Jordan, this is where they put the big box in front of me. And Jordan Knight's right there and his junk's right in my face.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you like, I'm like this. I'm like this. This dude's dancing in front of me like this. And I'm like this.
You didn't take pictures?
Oh, I have a picture, believe me. Lynette's over there like, can I touch his leg? I'm like, babe, I don't know. I just don't want to. He's singing right in front of me. He's dancing right in front of me. And then they're all like, what's going on here? Acapellas over there. I'm like,
okay. I've got to read some comments.
All right.
David Longoria says, let's go, Roxy.
Yay.
Roxy caps. Of course, as always. She has to have caps. Rosie Espinosa Hernandez says, she sure is, Roxy. Exclamation point.
Got a fan base out here, girl.
I knew that wasn't going to stay. It's okay. Okay, Melissa Guell says, get it, cousin Roxy Chung. David Longoria says, that's my best friend. All caps. I love it. Ernest Villarreal says, hello, Roxy.
Hello.
Oh, baby Ernie.
Rosie Espinosa Hernandez says, Sandra Arguello Cardona.
She's probably tagging people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe, but it doesn't look like a tag on my end.
That's
I'm
not
so
maybe.
sorry. Okay, gotcha. Dominique Menchaca
already
says,
started
let's
9:07.
go, Roxy Chung. Sylvia de Mayuga. Sorry about
That's my
that.
aunt.
Oh, okay, she says, that's my niece.
So do we? Are we beating? How many?
We're at 22, but that's real good. That's good.
We're normally at 7.
She's so cute, yeah. By this time, right?
Right now we're by 7. No, Roxy's bringing the heat today.
I know. David Longoria says, Dulce Moreno tagging.
Yes.
Craig Chung.
Craig.
Says Fiesta Flair. Woo.
I hope all these
Miguel
new people
Martinez.
will see you tomorrow. I hope all y'all, we will see you tomorrow. Because guess what? Roxy's coming in tomorrow.
You're too close.
Roxy's going to be here tomorrow.
We're too close.
Roxy's going to be here tomorrow. And every day after that.
I know. I was actually thinking she should do Fridays in the summer.
For real. Just
Miguel
come dressed
Martinez
up.
says,
Yeah, there we go.
Miguel says, we had a Jersey Shore party and she came through.
I was going to say, Snooki all the way right there. I love it.
It's so fun though. Like that's a party. Like every time somebody says, "Hey, you're invited," I'm like, "What's the theme?"
How do you store all your stuff for all the themes?
Don't. Well,
you rebuy every year.
No, you don't understand.
I
You
thrift
don't
a lot.
understand. This, she was it 4th of July? She had everything red, white, and blue on, and I'm like, even to the socks, the toenails, everything just red, white, and blue. I'm like, Lynette's like, man, Roxy really gets into it. I go, yeah, she likes that theme stuff. And here I am with my little 4th of July T-shirt. I got it
Walmart for $5.
at Walmart.
Sorry, baby.
With a box of Girl Scout cookies.
David Longoria says, Craig. D. Hernandez says, thanks so much for your blessing yesterday, Roxy. We greatly appreciate it. And prom wouldn't have happened without your help. You gave her the dress?
I did.
I love it. Yes. She posted that she was willing to gift her a really beautiful, like, champagne bedazzled, like it was sparkly.
Yeah, it was like this beautiful
gorgeous.
Yes,
Not only is she fun, is she sweet.
Now, speaking of sweet, I got to give a quick shout out to Craig Chung, who is a sweetheart of a guy, and he was kind enough. I saw him last at my son's track meet, and we're both freezing out there to death. And he was the one telling me, when you hear the gun, go! I go, okay, Craig, is he in the lead? He was my eyes to watch the track meet.
He's like, round in the corner,
He's coming around. He goes, whoa, Cleto, yeah, okay, he's slowing down. He's slowing down. And he got lapped. All right. I go, all right, Craig, you don't have to tell me anymore. We go to the same church together. Did you know that?
No, I didn't. What church is it?
Westover.
Oh, okay. Yes,
yeah, we go to Westover.
Okay. Grace goes there too.
Yes,
doesn't she?
Yeah,
okay.
We used to go to St. Anne's.
Okay. Yes, I still do. Eric Velasquez says, so what I'm hearing is that Roxy Chung should run for mayor and extend Fiesta Pro. Or bring La Semana back.
And bring La Semana back.
I know, but it's different.
It is a little bit different. Yeah, it is a little bit different. Last year though was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had fun. This year it's free, so I'm waiting.
It's free.
It's free.
When is it?
Was it on Thursday? Or actually, I gotta go back.
Because it used to add a week to Fiesta, right? It was like 2 weeks. That's how I remember it.
I just remember going when it was like huge.
Yeah.
Coliseum.
I used to think when I went, it was by the Alamo, like in that little Alamo Plaza. It was in that little court.
Yes. Yes, I remember that.
Yeah. Okay. Craig Chung says, when all the husbands went to eat before, but didn't go to the concert, and Cleto was the one guy in the girl group.
I could never. I saw all the guys.
Bro, we're gonna go.
I saw all the
Twin Peaks.
Yes, they said we're gonna go watch the basketball game. I go, hey, where y'all going? We're gonna go watch the basketball. I thought all of us. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be the only guy at the concert. No, they got up and they're leaving. I said, oh hell. Oh no, there I was, and I'm the only guy with all these girls going to the concert.
And not to mention the crowd at the concert was
they were looking at me like, "What's this guy doing here?"
You're like this weirdo.
I'm never gonna give you up. Rick Astley.
Okay,
it was good.
Okay, Miguel Martinez says, Migueling, ask her about it. Migueling.
Okay, so Migueling, my cousin I call him Mikey. His grown-up name is Miguel. But Miguel, and when he was a kid, I think had an eye surgery or something. And so it was right during picture time. During,
did he have a patch?
Yes, so he had a patch. Yes, and so years later, and he had school pictures like that. So years later, his mom, I miss her so much. It was my mom's best friend. And yeah, she's passed away, but she recreated the picture in the little gray sweater and everything with the patch.
Oh, wow.
And it just went viral. They did hashtag Migueling and Migueling, and it was everywhere. People putting like pads.
You know what's so funny?
Improvise. We got to improvise.
You know what's so funny is I'm not even trying to Miguel right now. I'm Cletoing right now. But at the wedding I was at Saturday, the flower girl turns around. We're in the front row. She says like this, staring at me, and then she goes, "Hi, Mr. Pirate." And I go, I'm gonna be doing balloon animals here in 10 minutes.
Go with the theme. I got it. I like it. Okay, Guy Buckner says, "Hey Roxy, morning all."
Hey,
good morning.
It was Guy's birthday the other day.
Yeah, I saw that. Happy birthday again.
Oh, and then Michael Flores says, "I love La Semana back in high school. Those were the
Back
days."
in the day. That's when I used to go see TKA.
Okay.
Back in the day.
Okay,
Yep.
we are right at time, but
All
we are
right.
not done here, okay,
Yeah,
guys? Because we did start a little late. So it's time for get in here.
The money shot
Money
here.
shot. You're doing it too, Roxy?
Yes, come on, Roxy, come sit down with us.
Yeah,
you came on
well,
food
it's always
day.
food day. Oh no. What did I do? Okay. There.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, guys. Thank you for being patient.
Oh my goodness.
We just kind of like sample everything, but because
Yes.
I'm not doing carbs, you
You're
are.
not doing carbs?
No, so you're gonna be able to eat that.
I thought you were Mexican.
I am. I've
She's
been a
Mexican
Mexican
right
all
now.
my life, and that's what was a problem. No, I'm just kidding. But feel free. Let us know how you feel about it. I'm gonna click you. She has a soft taco plate.
Oh, I thought.
Ooh, and we did one chicken and
Actually,
one
no.
beef.
Maybe I made that size a little too big.
Oh wow. That's so good. The chicken caldo.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's tortilla soup.
Oh, tortilla soup?
It's chicken caldo. Well, it has tortillas in it. That's why I put it. Sorry, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
But if you're gonna order it, you're gonna order the caldo, right? Is that what it says? Yes.
well, Roxy, we got this thing that we do at the end of the show. Seeing how you're a big fan of our show, you probably know about it. You're probably at work right now.
We're doing a grito?
You're probably no. We do a final thought,
Okay.
and it's like kind of like, what do you want to leave people with? Margaret usually lets people know, hey, I really don't care about what you think. And no, I'm just kidding. So I'll kind of show you. Just follow the lead there. You want to go first, Margaret? You can go first.
No, go ahead.
Okay. All right. My final thought is, we saw, this is last week. Was that the last mayoral candidate we have?
Yes.
So I'll tell you guys, the San Antonio, I believe, is going to be in good hands. I liked everything. I like what I heard from a lot of people. And whoever gets picked, I think, is going to be, like I said, we're going to be all right. We're going to be pretty good. We always support our mayor, and let's continue to do that, whoever it is. And, we got 27 of them running, so there's plenty to choose from. So that would be my final thought right there.
Okay, my final thought is, we are all united by loving the city of San Antonio. This is your time to do your diligence, research the candidates, and go out and actually vote, because I personally have not voted ever for the mayoral candidate, but this is the time. We are in crucial times right now where a lot of people are making a lot of decisions that do impact us.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time to do your diligence, be a good citizen, love San Antonio and our community, and look at who's going to address the issues that matter to you the most, okay? And that's my final thought.
Okay. All right. Now those are great stopping purpose. My final thought is, as we are right smack in the middle of this fiesta season, I just want to wish everybody a happy fiesta, but I also, ask that everybody be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Take an Uber if you need to, have a great time. You know, Fiesta, I know sometimes it gets a bad rep, and of course you're going to hear all the bad stuff. But there's so much more to it. It's not only about family and friends and creating memories and supporting our community, because it's, you know, party with purpose, and lots of nonprofits and scholarships. You know, funds are being raised for those. So I just encourage, go out there, have a great time. Don't overdo it unless it's in a great positive way.
And that's exactly right. Know your limit is what she said. Know your limit.
Or be responsible and get an Uber. Or
well, yeah, because once it starts getting to the point, I never liked your mom. That's hey, cut it off.
That happens too.
No, when it gets to the Margaret, I love you.
Margaret, I love you, Margaret.
Margaret.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to Beto for showing up and filling us in on his views and stance on what he has set for the city. Again, make sure to go vote. Early voting's already taking place. And again, to Valerie, thank you so much for setting that up for us, and our producers. Appreciate it. Mi Familia at the Rim, guys. Make sure to come support them. Again, their food is absolutely delicious. Come try their chicken caldo. It's phenomenal. All right, guys. Thank you very much on behalf of Margaret, myself, and Roxy, our newest member of the, of the show. Thank you, guys. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.